Thank you for joining us for Elko Live Today, our weekday radio show. We're so pleased to highlight today's guest. Tammy King is the food service manager from our very own Fish, Friends in Service Helping. Tammy, it's great to have you on the program. Thanks for coming in today to tell us about all the amazing things that Fish is doing.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad to be here today.
Thank you. Obviously, Tammy has a big job in helping coordinate a very generous community, but also a community in need. And it's not just this time of year, right, Tammy? I mean, folks need food year-round.
Yes, we definitely need food year-round. And Fish is dedicated to making sure our neighbors have enough to eat during the holidays and every single day. If you're hungry, children struggle to learn. People who are unwell have a harder time healing. And it's challenging to be hungry all the time, even for simple tasks.
Well, Tammy, that's why we have Fish, Friends in Service Helping, and we're going to talk about your great collaborators, people who help to make this distribution possible. I think the most outstanding news was just that with 530 families and about 1,200 people to support, about half of those are children?
Children under 17, yes. And then we also cater to 300 seniors and 101 veterans. And this number has doubled over the last 3 years, which is scary.
It is scary. And it's not just the cost at the grocery store, Tammy, but we know all these other needs have been rising. Affordable housing, for example, the cost of medicines, insurance, even transportation.
Utilities, all of it. Mm-hmm. And, you have to decide whether you're going to eat or stay warm or have a roof over your head or get to work so you have the funds to support the rest of your life, yes.
So tell us about some of the challenges that you have right now. We do have a lot of organizations that love to help Fish, and they'll do non-perishable food drives, maybe collecting a lot of canned goods, but you have some other needs.
Yes, so right now we are getting ready for our Christmas holiday food box. And one of our biggest challenges is securing the meat. And right now we still need 150 items. We need like small turkeys, hams, whole chickens. These work great for our senior boxes because this is about all they want. And they don't want to cook a turkey all day for one person. And in this box, we don't just have our Christmas dinner. We also have breakfast items and some other items to make other meals. And we also put in our fresh produce like potatoes, celery, apples, everything you need to make your week's worth of food, I believe.
So when a lot of us are able to gather around the holiday table, some of us may be able to travel and to spread the good cheer and spend time with family and friends. There are at least 1,200 people in our community that if it weren't for this distribution, they really wouldn't have that kind of a holiday.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we don't want anybody going hungry at any time, but especially around the holidays.
All right. So a couple of things we want to emphasize. You do need 150 meat items. What's the best way for people to contribute to that effort, Tammy?
They can drop it off at Fish. We're located at 821 Water Street. Anytime between 9 and 3 is perfect. If you're unable to make it during that time, please call us at 738-3038, and maybe we can make some arrangements to be there for you to drop them off.
I know we're going to talk more about some of those on-site services, but obviously you have a place to store fresh meat, right?
Yes, we have a huge outside freezer, walk-in freezer, and it looks full, but it's still not enough to serve the 530 families we anticipate on having this holiday season.
We've had some wonderful contributors step up, including, I believe, Elko Realtors, some folks like that?
Yes, Elko Realtors, they brought us 41 turkeys. Elko Chamber of Commerce, I believe that was close to 70 turkeys. And then we also had, this last Friday, we had our first Share Your Holiday food drive, and it was a great success. We managed to collect 143 meats from there, and an impressive 6,784 pounds of canned goods. And this was a partnership we had with Riverton, and we were located at Albertsons, Ridley's, and Walmart. So thank you to those stores as well for letting us hang out for an afternoon.
It is certainly easier to contribute food when you can just go right in and shop. That's great news, Tammy. And again, thanks to Riverton. Not surprised at all. JB and his crew are amazing in what they're able to organize to encourage people to contribute. Sometimes it just takes a nudge, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So we're here nudging today. If you can help, they are still short the food that they need with 530 families and around 1,200 people to support. Half of them are children under the age of 17, 300 seniors, 101 veterans, and you still need at least 150 more food items, fresh meat.
Yes, and just the small ones would be perfect.
Yes.
For our seniors.
No big butterballs.
Yeah, no, we have plenty of those. And then also I'd like to mention our mobile market program. We launched this last October, and it's been great. It's a great success. Currently, we're helping 70 neighbors, and we hope to expand that this year. And some of the meats that we're asking for, that 150, are to help support this program, because we will deliver their Christmas box to them. We set up tables, we let them choose the foods they want, we deliver it to their apartment. And so that's where we need the most meat right now.
So these are deliveries to places that some of us may drive by often and think, oh, look at those cute little apartments, but not realizing the people that live there are on very fixed incomes, right, Tammy?
Yes, they're senior and disabled, and we hear stories that they're surviving on like $500 a month. How they pay their rent, utilities, and food is beyond me. They're amazing people. They've been in our community, they've worked, they've supported themselves, and now they're seniors who were living on a, minimum amount of money, and we're very glad that we can help support them.
That's right. They helped to build this community, and now it's time for us to help support them.
Most definitely.
In the Cimarron Village or even the Green Acres areas, those are just a couple of the places. But you can help to expand this and to grow this. And these are meals, again, that are delivered to people who do have homes, and Fish also serves to people who are homeless, right, Tammy?
Yes, most definitely. We are delivering our Thanksgiving meals to the camp with 30 plus people, along with hygiene bags. And then we will also be giving them their Christmas box that's dedicated to camping, set up for the campers. So it won't be like a whole holiday meal like we would give somebody in a resident home. It would be somebody who could use it at the campsite. And those will be delivered to them before Christmas. And like I said, tomorrow they will be getting a hot Thanksgiving meal. Volunteers and staff will be delivering those, and also be taking hygiene items.
Okay. And I did not see that Elko County was included in the recent, I think it's called the count in time, or the point in time count?
Point in time.
Yes.
Yes, I don't have those numbers, but yes, they were higher than years past.
They were, okay. So we do have significant number of people who are living, camping in the area, not the way that they were before, where we didn't see as many people because often they were down by the river, and that was very dangerous. And we had several deaths, didn't we, Tammy?
Yes.
So now we have a humanitarian camp, which is an area that the city created for just open camping. There's some potable water, I believe some porta potties there. There's a dumpster, trying to keep it as camper friendly as possible.
Yes, most definitely. And Fish does pay for the bus service to bring them to Fish every morning, and then it picks them up about 1 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. So they can come down, collect their food or any other services they may need, or if they need to go to the library. And then Fish also, we pay for that. So they can come and go with that transportation.
All right. And last year, people may be surprised to know how many meals were served at the actual soup kitchen. I've got here that there were 5,835. Is that what you've got? Okay.
Yes. Okay. And that was up from years past. It goes up all the time. It never stops growing. We get 70, sometimes close to 100 people come through needing a hot meal. And then I would like to mention that our Thanksgiving meal will be served tomorrow from 11:30 to 1 p.m. And then don't miss our Christmas dinner. It'll be the 23rd, also from 11:30 to 1 p.m. And that's a hot meal, your traditional Thanksgiving meal, and they can take that to go.
And that's at 821 Water Street?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if you still, I remembered visiting, but it was a long time ago where you had some congregate dining, but it was a very small space, Tammy.
Yes, and since COVID, we have not been able to use that space. That it'll be standing room only. So we have went to go items.
Right. So that's why you might, if you go to Fish anytime between those hours, you might see people just kind of, sitting around on the curb, having their lunch. Yeah.
Yes.
So it'd be nice to give them more of a park space or a friendlier area with some picnic tables. But that's something the community might be able to do in the future, Tammy. I know there's some vacant lot around you.
Yes, we're looking to grow, and we got some ideas. It's just reaching those ideas.
All right. Well, in the meantime, feeding people, making sure that they have the transportation that they need, working with the other collaborative groups in the community, which we'll talk more about that as well. But Tammy King is our food service manager with Fish Friends in Service Helping. Elko Fish began serving families in October of 1987. I might be one of the few people who remembers Dee Waters and how she started Fish in Elko, and she was a small, scrappy lady. She was very determined. I don't know if you ever heard of her reputation.
Yes, I've heard of her.
Yes, and I remember she really had to fight sort of tooth and nail to get people to acknowledge that we had this kind of problem in Elko. So.
Nobody wants to acknowledge that there's people suffering in their own community.
So we can help to alleviate this suffering by continuing to contribute. So in addition to these meals, and then people disperse to wherever it is that they're able to call home, you do have some services in a place known as Samaritan House, right?
Yes, and last year we had 3,841 nights at the Samaritan House, and that was a significant increase from last year. And we also have stabilized 45 households with rental and utility assistance and have issued 372 outreach vouchers. And this is for clothing, tents, and basic hygiene items. And our Samaritan House is a clean and sober house. Everybody has their own program. It may just be being able to get on Social Security to support yourself, finding a job, but we're there to support them in any way that they need supported.
So it's designed to be a temporary stop, Tammy?
Yes, a temporary stop, and we just want to make sure that we provide you with your needs to get a place of your own. And as anybody who's ever shopped for a new apartment, first to last month's rent, sometimes you need a place to stay to collect enough money to be able to afford that, or to be able to just be clean so you can get a job. And that's what we're there for.
All right. You can contribute to Samaritan House, which is also, I think, significant to note. I went to the Fish website and I saw where you can contribute for a $50 donation that pays for one night stay for one person at Samaritan House?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's meals and everything.
Okay. That includes their food, their shower, their hygiene products. Again, and as you said, clean and sober. It needs to be, that goes without saying. And some people may be thinking that Fish is just helping travelers. You have helped and continue to help stranded travelers, but you're also helping local families.
Yes, we help anybody who needs help that comes to our door. We'll do anything to help you, from mental health visits to provide vouchers for fuel, laundry, thrift store needs, clothing, basic household items that you may need. And our management team is also available to assist in special needs for paperwork to help with Social Security, Medicare, food stamps. If anybody's ever filled out any of that paperwork, it's very overwhelming, and we have staff there that understands what needs to be filled out and how to fill it out.
I'm glad that you mentioned mental health services. I know that one of the partners that you have, and I sent a quick text over to Marianne just to make sure, the mobile therapy van, the VIPs, park it at Fish for behavioral health help the second Friday of every month from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And that's for anybody. You don't have to be in crisis. You can just maybe have questions.
Right.
Yes. And it's important for people to know that, as you said, filling out applications, sometimes you get people that don't have a driver's license, right? They've lost their wallet or it's been stolen. There's been some terrible misfortune.
Right. And when we have the funding, we can help you get your driver's license or birth certificate or things like that.
It seems like you do an amazing amount of work on a very small budget, Tammy.
Yes, it's a very small and a very small building.
Yes, it is, with so many different uses going on. You do have an active board of directors, I understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and they're amazing. They support everything that we do, and I can't thank them enough for being there for us.
Well, Tammy, you're one of many dedicated staff members, and I shouldn't say many because there are never enough, but very dedicated, professional. You have a huge heart, and you're led by Sherry Smith.
Yes, and she has a huge heart. She's an angel in disguise.
Mm-hmm. She's brought a lot of stability to Fish.
Yes, she has. Mm-hmm. She's expanded us in the proper direction. We've been able to expand the food bank a lot since she's been there. When I first started there 23 years ago, we were only able to serve 3 food boxes a year to each client. And we had commodities every other month. And we had, I think, 80 senior boxes we could hand out. And today, we have a food box that you can pick up every month. We have Mobile Harvest, which is the 3rd Wednesday of every month. We have a Farmers Market, which is the 4th Thursday of every month. And we now serve 150 senior boxes. So she's helped facilitate to where we can do more, hand out more food to people who are in need.
In fact, I think just in passing, I was able to talk to Sherry, and she explained that Northern Nevada Food Bank is going to have an actual presence here. They're going to have a warehouse here.
Yes, the hub is going to start here. We don't know exactly what that's going to entail, but that will also give us more food. Hopefully we can do more food programs or hand out more food every day. But it's also there to help all of Elko County, even just the outskirts of Elko County. So they're going to be here to give us a lot of support as well.
Yeah, this is a huge county with people in from Jackpot to, Wendover, certainly Montello, Carlin, all the little communities in between.
Yes, and I think sometimes people forget that. They think Elko County's Elko, the city of Elko, but no.
Well, among the collaborators that we also talk with regularly is Matt McCarty, Senior Center Director, and I know Matt is really proud of the work that you do at Fish as well. They're able to serve their Meals on Wheels. They expanded to Spring Creek, but they sort of have that same caring mission that you do at Fish.
Yes, he's an awesome man, yes.
Yeah, so it's really important for people to understand that these are just basic needs that are being met. These aren't fancy meals.
No, it's basic. We're not serving lobster. We're serving beans and rice sometimes. Yes.
So we have talked about the soup kitchen meals served, almost 6,000 of those. The nights at Samaritan House, almost 4,000 of those, serving about 5% of Elko County in 2023. Homeless people so let's talk about that. The unduplicated clients number is 2,643. You would think that the homeless clients served would be greater, but we're serving more local residents.
Yes, working families, single parent families, college students, senior center, seniors. There's a lot more people that are being served than just homeless. We are there for the homeless as well. But there's, your neighbor could be hungry, going without a meal, and you not even realizing it.
Yep, and your son or daughter's high school friend might be couch surfing.
Yes.
Right, in need of meals.
That happens a lot more than you think.
Mm-hmm. And they're trying to stay clean. They're trying to stay warm. They're not as concerned about the latest style of clothing. They don't have a closet to put clothes in.
Right, and that's a shame.
Yes. So we can do more. We can contribute to Fish. We were just talking about this holiday season, but Fish is serving our Elko area community year-round. And as we talked about, there's case management, emergency food assistance, those hot lunches that go out, in addition to the holiday meals. And if someone is chronically homeless and they're ready to end that situation, is Fish a good place to kind of start the journey?
Yes, you can come and we can help you find a place where you can go to get clean and sober. There's several different places. Sherry is very good at keeping up with that information, and we will definitely do whatever we can to get you there.
We do know that some people are just plain independent, right? And they want to continue to live the way that they choose to live.
Right. And we can't help them if they don't want any help, but we are here.
But you can help them with some of the basic needs like clothing or laundry assistance, for example?
Yes, we have laundry vouchers that we can hand out, and a local laundromat takes those vouchers and then we pay them.
All right. Even the hygiene supplies. And you do get donations year-round of some of these items, right? Is that where the thrift store comes in?
Yes, the thrift store takes all clean items that we can resell, clothing, furniture, basic household items. We sell those items, and that money helps support Fish. But if you come in and you need a pots and pans or a couch or, some clothing, then we can give it to you also on a voucher.
All right. And you do rely on community volunteers to help make all this happen.
Yes, we have some great volunteers. I can't thank them enough. But we are also always looking for volunteers to work at the food bank, the thrift store. I'm sure there's other places that we could put a volunteer if we had extra volunteers.
Nevada Promise Scholarship participants often are able to fulfill their requirements or any kind of community service too, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I didn't realize that you took donations of vehicles, boats, or even RVs if there's a clear title?
Yes, we do. We don't get a lot of them, but yes, we do.
All right. And once you realize how many meals, because again, I was just looking over what I found on the Fish website, a $100 donation to Fish, and that's hardly a trip for us to the grocery store anymore, but $100 donation to Fish serves how many meals?
300.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yes, we have the ability to purchase food at a lower cost, and that's how we can spread our dollar.
All right, so that makes a huge difference. And again, as we talked about, the $50 donation, that provides 150 meals, every little bit that you can contribute. And if you are going to donate to the thrift store, and there are those of us, thrifting is so popular and it's fun and it's it's a neat way to find treasures or just kind of take a trip down memory lane, if you're if you're like me and my family, my mom and my grandma, we would all go thrifting because it was something fun, but we didn't have to thrift. Well, at least I have a story. I didn't know that we had to thrift, I guess. My mom always made it an adventure, but a lot of my back-to-school clothes came from thrift stores. I just thought it was cool, right?
My children as well.
Yes. So my mom made it fun. So hopefully anybody listening, your mom can make it, or your parents or whoever's taking you thrifting makes it fun, because it's a great way to, recycle too and to keep things out of the landfill, right, Tammy?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And support a great cause as well.
Mm-hmm. So if you are in need of food, there is the Hunger Grant is the first week of the month, right?
We serve that all month long.
Oh, now you are? Okay,
yeah.
Good. And then as you talk about the farmer's market, the senior boxes, you can pick those up anytime?
Anytime through the month, but we do run out the first week.
Oh, boy. And that's for 60 and older. Yeah.
Yes, and we are working on trying to be able to serve more of those food boxes.
Okay. Is there anything the community can do? Are you looking for specific contributions or to write letters? Is there a federal agency that helps with this, or?
Well, that's a Sherry question.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
She's the one that you should ask where those letters or items should go.
Okay, but we definitely can help support.
Yes.
And once we recognize the difference that Fish is making in our community. So those are all ways that you can contribute. And again, talking with Tammy King just about this holiday season. And I didn't want to leave this program without mentioning you've had some really fun, popular community events, haven't you, Tammy?
Yes, we have. Our prom is coming up in a few months. We had that last year, and it was a success, and a lot of people had fun. It's nice to dress up as an adult again.
Yeah,
and have your hot date with you. Yes.
Yes, and some of them even thrifted their prom dresses.
Yes.
Which was super cool.
My daughter has always thrifted her prom dress or her homecoming dress at Fish. So.
Oh, that's so sweet. And there are some gorgeous outfits, but it's really fun. I think adult prom was sold out last year, right?
Yes, it was. It was sold out quickly.
All right. So keep this in mind. Last year was at the Stockman's? Is that?
Yes.
Okay. And I think you were in the process of choosing a theme the last time I checked social media.
Yes, I'm not sure if they have picked a theme yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's still time. It's usually in the spring, so we have some time. After the holidays, then we can focus on adult prom. And then I guess the Lions Club hosted a game night for you.
Yes, we had a game night. We had a comedian come in and we played games. I was there, and it was really fun to sit around a table and play games with people you don't really know and make a fool of yourself. Yeah. And it was great food. I don't remember who catered, the name of the caterer, but it was excellent food.
Oh, good. So it sounds like these are just two of the really popular events that are definitely adult prom is happening again. Hopefully game night's going to happen again.
And we will have a spaghetti feed December 3rd.
Okay.
The details will be on Facebook. I'm not 100% sure where that's going to be located at.
Okay. I will definitely press you guys for details on that too. We want to help promote your spaghetti feed because that's coming up right after Thanksgiving, right? So
right after Christmas. So
I'm sorry.
I mean, so January 3rd. Did I get
is it
wrong?
January? Oh,
Yes.
okay. It is. Yeah, I put down
I
December.
have so many dates.
I know you do. And you have your own family to shop for and to feed. And
Right.
Yeah. So, okay. So we've got January 3rd, right after the Christmas holiday, coming back for a spaghetti feed. And I was just thinking about, I've always had this idea that because we have the 3 thrift stores in Elko, we have the Ruby Mountain Resource Center, United Cerebral Palsy, and then of course Fish. It would be cool if we had a co-op, but it would take a separate entity so that you guys would get the best of the best that's donated, right? Because sometimes you guys get too many clothes or not enough furniture. I mean, do you
Right.
see how it happens? And then we hear that some stuff ends up getting tossed. And, unfortunately, nobody wants to hear their donations got tossed.
Right. We do our best to make sure nothing gets tossed. We do have somebody who buys some of our stuff.
Oh, that's good to hear.
So we
Yes.
do ship out the good stuff that we are unable to sell.
Oh, that's good to know. So nothing,
Nothing goes in the landfill.
Because all these donations are so important to help our local causes. Again, any way that you can contribute to and kind of spread it around, right? When you have contributions to make.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice. Anything in particular that you have a need of right now other than the food, Tammy? Or you doing okay?
So funding is always needed. We can stretch your dollar further than anybody can. We could use some financial help with our produce items we need for the Christmas box, along with some meat. But like I said, funding is always needed.
All right. So if you can't make the trip to the grocery store, just swing on by and make a financial contribution. I bet you could even do it online. I saw a donate button.
Yes. We have a donate button. Click it.
Click the donate button. It's Fish, Friends, and Service Helping. And it is, sorry, I've got a tickle in my, I'm trying not to cough. It is a tax deductible contribution too.
Yes, it is.
All right, so it's that time of year. So Fish is more than just a local nonprofit. They are a beacon of hope and assistance for anyone facing hardship, whether from our community or traveling through. And it was founded on the principles of compassion and service with a mission to serve those less fortunate and to do it with dignity and respect.
Yes.
So that has to make you feel pretty proud to come to
that's
work
our
every
mission,
day.
yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Tammy, so
Well,
much.
thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We want to send people to Fish. 775-738-3038 is the actual number. It is 821 Water Street, and you can take advantage of client services. I've got here Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 1,
Yes.
and then Tuesday from 9 a.m. until noon. So you could pop by tomorrow, it looks like, anytime after 9 o'clock.
Well, we are closed tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow, okay.
yes.
Oh, for the holiday, good.
Well, for the mobile market. We're on a mobile distribution.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh, okay. I see. See, when you only have so many people, you can only
Yeah.
you can't be in 2 places at once, Tammy.
But we'll be there December 2nd with our farmers market.
Perfect. Okay.
So.
So the best bet is just call them, and if you have a particular need, whether it's a soup kitchen or client services, interested in those senior food boxes, again, Fish is located at 821 Water Street. You can email contact@fishelko.org.
Yes.
All right. Did we get to all the things today, Tammy?
Well, I would just like to say mark your calendars for distribution on our Christmas boxes if you need one. And it'll be December 16th from 9 to 1, December 17th from 9 to 12, and December 19th from 9 to 1.
Okay. Any paperwork to fill out or anything? Or?
If you are already a client, you are already registered. If you're not, you will need to fill out some paperwork.
Okay, but people are there to help.
Yes.
All right, so don't be intimidated by paperwork because you need to eat, and so does your family.
Yes.
Okay, and that's why we're here to help. All right, thanks again, Tammy, so much.
Thank you for having me.
Tammy King from Fish, Friends in Service Helping, and she is the food service manager and just one of the amazing people you'll find, whether you visit there at the thrift store, working hard behind the scenes, or out in the community. We appreciate everything that you do, Tammy, and to your colleagues, and we wish you the very best of the holiday season.
Thanks, you too.